I have no idea why the saddest songs decide to come on when I'm about to film. Hi guys, today I have a very important and very useful video for you guys. Since you have clicked this video, you have just proved that you would much rather see videos based on living a better life and getting other people's just opinions and outlooks on life itself. I just decided to make this video today because it's something that I would want to watch on YouTube, and it's the kind of videos that I personally did watch on YouTube in high school. Because if you guys have been following me on, or like keeping up with me on YouTube for many years, ever since I did start my channel, high school at some points weren't my best years. Like mentally and emotionally and socially, I was not having it during high school. Recently, since the break ended, because I am back to school today, I came to realize a lot of things. I realized that I changed as a person. I am no longer the same person that I used to be back in high school, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. I'm not as depressed, or I'm not as, I don't know what to call it. I'm not in that certain stage in my life anymore, which is a good thing. But physically and like health wise, I'm no longer the same person either, and that's just a really bad thing because I was at my prime in high school physically, but mentally, emotionally, and socially I was not. So it's kind of a bittersweet kind of thing. I came up with 5 different steps to help you live a better life. Just putting this out there, a little disclaimer, I am by all means not even close, not one bit close to being a professional in this field. I did not study this in school. I am not currently studying this in school. I don't have a certificate or a diploma or a degree that says that I have studied this at all. This is just personal opinions. By all means, don't need to follow it. It's just something that I want to share with the internet. So let's get started. 5 different tips that I like to live by in order to have and live a somewhat healthier / happier life. Step 1, live/eat healthy. Step 2, put yourself first. Step 3, think positive. Step 4, focus on what matters. And finally, step 5, never give up. I'm just going to go into detail, like very thorough detail within each of the tips. I have no problem sharing any of my past experiences. I am not that kind of person. I don't ever regret anything that I've ever gone through in life. I take every little thing that I've experienced, good and bad, as a learning experience, and I never ever look back and be like, oh, I kind of wish that didn't happen to me. I don't actually regret it because I always just take it as a chance to be like, okay, that was something that I did wrong, that was something I did good, this is just something I'm just gonna learn from. So that's happening in the background. My dad's home, so he's deciding to blast his music. We're just gonna completely ignore the fact that my dad is currently blasting what sounds to be Bob Marley. I could be completely wrong with that. Step 1, yes, let's get to it. Over the break, I began to realize that I am no longer physically the same person that I was like 2-3 years ago. I was so upset. I realized that I gained so much weight. I can no longer do the things that I used to be able to do in high school, and it made me really sad. I decided to take a huge step in my life, and I decided to plan out a whole workout plan, a whole eating plan, to the point where I'm not eating certain things. I changed my life completely. I'm eating really healthy, and it's so weird because I am not the healthiest eater, or old Alysha would tell you that she was not a healthy eater. You know, eating healthy, living healthy, happy. Healthy equals happy. Just think of that, okay? I decided to eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I like to eat carrots now, and if you were to tell me that I love to eat carrots about like 2-3 years ago, I would have laughed so hard in your face, because I'm pretty sure back then I hated vegetables, and the farthest I would go would literally be celery sticks and peanut butter. Like, that was like the farthest I would go. Now I eat like hummus, I eat like cabbage, believe it or not. I eat kale, but like I always loved kale, and I'm eating all these healthy stuff, and I'm like, how did this even come to be? Because that's not me. But we are making changes. I also decided to drink more and lots of water. And when I say water, I mean I'm only drinking water. This is not a problem for me because I've always drank a lot of water. Like, I drink tons of water throughout the day, to the point where my mom's like, I don't even know how you're like possibly drinking all that water. Drinking water is probably the best thing to do if you are starting like your road to being healthy, and it's like the easiest thing to do because it's fun as well, because you just carry a little water bottle around, and then like you can like put little time slots on them as well, and it's like, oh, this is how much you should drink by this time of the day, and then this time of day you should be like halfway down your bottle or whatnot. And it's just like a fun activity thing to do. When you drink a lot of water, you pee a lot, so that's just like cleansing out your body. That's not the fun part, because I always gotta pee, and it's really bad because life does not wait for you, and when you gotta pee, you gotta pee. Obviously, you can't just become healthy and live a healthy life if you just eat healthy. Like, that's not gonna make anything work. You gotta kind of separate yourself with eating healthy, as well as drinking water, as well as working out. So that's kind of the 3 things that I have on my whiteboard right now. I literally have a calorie count, and then I have like certain days of the week where I can eat this much calories, and it's like always work out for this amount of time, and it's like always drink this much water, and it's like do these, and like I have like a whole like due date where I expect to see changes. And trust me, they're all very realistic. I'm not being too hard on myself, trust me. I did all my research on this one time, and I believe it was the week before the break started. So like when the break started, I was like, okay, gotta change my life. With that, you gotta eat healthy, you gotta drink tons of water, and you gotta work out, homegirl. This is like the biggest struggle for me, and the thing that I kind of really want to change in my life, and that's sleep early and rise early. Today, I woke up at 5. I took a shower, and I went to school, and I got to school at 7:30. I worked from 7:30 to 11:30 just doing a bunch of work at school, and mind you, my class started at 11:40, so I did all that work for that amount of time, and I felt amazing. I felt like I accomplished something. You wake up early, you start your day early, you feel like you accomplished so much more in a day, and you don't feel sluggish at all. You fall asleep at a decent time, and that's just the best thing to do, because literally, I kid you not, when people say nothing good happens after like 1 a.m. or something, they literally mean it. Your mind starts to race after midnight, and it's, trust me, not the best thoughts at all. What I've been trying to do recently is like get myself really active and going throughout the day, so that by the time like 10 o'clock hits, I'm ready to just pass out. I wake up the next morning at a pretty decent time, and I get my day going. That's just something that I gotta learn and kind of ace, because I'm still struggling with that. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect at it. Like, I have a lot to do, and I gotta work on that. The last thing that I have been doing since high school, and I literally have not stopped doing, is meditating. Ever since last year, I believe, I started to find an interest in mantras. If you don't know what mantras are, it's pretty much just something that you chant while you're like in a meditative state. And so pretty much I just create a bunch of my own personal mantras, and I've made my second one, and if you have seen my Instagram picture, it's literally behind my computer screen, and that's really what I was trying to focus on, not necessarily my YouTube channel. But I have had a couple of people from high school message me and be like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, like I watched it, like you have pretty good videos or whatnot. So hi, if any of you guys are watching from high school, hello, hi, how are you? I'm trying to make you, you know, pay attention to what was behind my computer screen, not really what was on my computer screen. If you did not see what it said, love yourself, breathe, and focus. What I chant to myself when I'm feeling very stressed out, upset, not myself. So I literally just sit in my bed or take out my yoga mat, lay it out on the floor, and just meditate, and I just chant that to myself, and I kid you not, I feel so much better after. Take it upon yourselves to create a personal mantra. It could be anything you want, just something that you can chant to yourself or say quietly to yourself when you're feeling very overwhelmed, very stressed out, very upset, or if you're just in a very dark place in your life. I swear it works, and it heals all emotional and mental wounds. I live by it. So moving on to tip number 2, put yourself first. This is my favorite tip of all, because I am a very selfless person. I like to put other people before myself, and I'm not gonna say that it turned out to be something really bad, but I just realized that I literally need to put some time in my life to myself. I know it's a good thing to be selfless and to put people before yourself because it makes your heart bigger. It makes you feel better about yourself because you're caring for other people. But do not be so nice and so caring to the point where people just take advantage of that and just walk all over you and expect you to always be there for them because that's just how you are as a person. That's something that I've learned, and I swear it's hit me in the face so many times because I'm such a nice person and I'm always there for people, and it's like, if it's not being reciprocated, you really need to take it upon yourself and just stop what you're doing. Like, you need to realize that you're a nice person, but you can only take so much. People always rely on me to help them and make them feel better. And then when I need someone to rely on, there's never anyone there except for certain people, and I can literally count them on my one hand. What I'm trying to say is that you need to spend some time on yourself. You need to have a spa day, a me day, a day to make yourself feel loved, a day to make yourself feel beautiful, a day to just get a haircut, dye your hair, write it out, do anything that just focuses on you. Do something that makes you feel good about yourself. I just have a certain little story that happened Valentine's Day weekend when I was with my family. Literally, we were all in the basement and we were all just sitting around, just chilling, just talking about certain things, catching up with one another because it had been a really long time since we were all together and we never really had the chance to talk. It was literally everybody around, and then I was at the head of the group because I was in charge of music. I was sitting there and I can't remember what started this entire conversation, but then little do I know, the whole thing turned into an intervention. This is gonna get a little bit personal, warning. When I was in high school, it all started when I was talking to this one guy, and like I said, I was just a really nice person. He could always come talk to me. I was always a good friend. I would answer his phone calls late at night just so he can talk to somebody, just so he felt good about himself. I was always there for him and whatnot. And then he just never was that kind of person for me. I could never rely on him to do what I did for him, and it just made me feel so useless. So after that, I kind of just constantly fell into that habit of just always being there for guys. So my cousins knew about that, and they were all like, okay, you need to take a step back, analyze your life, analyze what you're doing, and think about it. What you're doing right now is so energy draining. It's stupid, basically, because you're not focusing on yourself. You're lowering your worth. You don't know what you're worth. Okay, seriously, my dad is literally ruining the vibe right now. They're pretty much saying that I don't love myself, and I was pretty much agreeing with them. I was like, yeah, no, like, I could care less about what people are doing to me. I just want to be like wanted, like, even if it's for the wrong reasons. And honestly, looking back at that now, I can't believe I said that. I am honestly the most positive person. I was so negative, and I've never been that negative in my entire life. I'm not taking it as a bad thing because now I'm looking back at it and I'm like, that's never gonna happen again. I'm never gonna be like, I don't know my worth. I'm gonna let guys treat me like crap. I'm gonna let people walk all over me and stuff like that. I was so bitter that night, and I can't even tell you why I was like, why I even had that mindset. You need to never have that mindset, ever. Learn from my mistakes, and when people sit you down and talk to you about what you're doing wrong, hear them out. Especially if it's your family, they know what's best for you. They can see you from a whole different side of things, and they honestly saw me just hurting myself. I was not doing myself any good. After that, I woke up the next morning and everyone's like, do you remember what we talked about last night? And I was like, yeah, like I honestly do. Like, how can I forget that? I will always remember that night. And ever since then, I just realized that I am worth so much more. I do not deserve to be walked all over, to be treated like crap when I treat other people so well. They are negative people, and if they just constantly treat me like that, then they don't need to be in my life. And I don't need them in my life. Okay, seriously, my dad It's such a soothing song, but it's like killing the vibe. To my cousins who are watching this, I just want to personally say thank you so much for opening my eyes. And I was so self-destructive that night, and I know you guys thought I was crazy. It's tough love. Like, I remember somebody said that. It's tough love. Like, if you guys didn't care about me, you guys wouldn't be saying all that stuff. And I honestly am so thankful for that, because that was just that one push that I needed for me to change my life, and I did it. So thanks guys. I love you guys so much. In addition to that, to be healthy, to wrap this entire thing together, do things that make you happy, or do more of the things that make you happy. I constantly tell my friends and my family this whenever they're upset or if they're going through something. It's take the time to just pull yourself away from life for a second, reevaluate, and then just start doing all the things that make you happy. If you like to run. If you like to play the guitar, play the guitar. If you like to sing, sing. If you like to dance, dance. If you like to write, write. If you like to make YouTube videos, hell, make YouTube videos. Just do whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, you're living for yourself. You're not living for anybody else. Their opinion really does not matter, and it's how you look at yourself. And if you look at yourself and you're constantly upset, you're never positive, that's not something that you want to be. You want to be that happy person. And I know people are like, well, if you're gonna try to tell yourself to be happy, or if you're gonna fake it, it's not really true. This is my opinion on things, and I will get judged for saying this, but it's what I feel. If you constantly try to make yourself feel happy or act happy, eventually it'll work and you'll end up being happy. If you guys have not seen Eat, Pray, Love, this is honestly another point of mine, and this is probably the reason why I made this video today, because I watched it yesterday again because it's my favorite movie. One of the characters says that it's all a mindset. It's all in your head, and it's just up to you to control your thoughts, and you are in complete power to control what goes on in your head. I mean, I know at times you can just be like, oh my gosh, my brain does not want to shut up. It's all in your head. You just gotta work on it. You gotta just constantly tell yourself, stop, these are negative thoughts, these are toxic thoughts. Push it all out and bring in all the positive energy. You just try to tell yourself that things happen, but you need to do things to get over that, to kind of find yourself again, to make yourself happy. And you can do it, because I went through a hell of a lot and I was able to overcome it. I'm still here, so if I'm here and I did it, then I believe that you will be here. I believe that all of us are capable of living over 100 years old if we all just be positive, live healthy, be healthy, stay happy. I believe that. That's something I believe in. Step number 3, think positive. During the Christmas break, I was at my lowest point, because I just sat there in my bed at night, barely slept, and I just kept comparing certain things that I didn't have to what people had. I compared myself to a lot of people, and I was just not happy. I was always like, wow, I need to get my life together. But homegirl, you do have your life together. It's just that things are gonna come at a certain time for you. If it's not your time yet, and this is what my mom would tell me, if nothing's happening to you right now, it's because it's not your time yet. You just need to constantly keep working at certain things, like live your life, and once you work hard, your time will come, and everything happens for a reason. That's just pretty much what I was raised to believe, and my mom helped me through that. You're just constantly thinking, you're like, oh my gosh, but like she's so pretty, like why does she get to do that, and then I don't get to do that, but that's what I want to do. Like, things happen to certain people for different types of reasons, and it was their time. Life is a wheel of fortune. People who end up at the top will move their way down to the bottom, and people at the bottom will move their way to their top. Just keep spinning and changing and changing. Life is the balance between good and the bad, and you just need to find a way mentally, take that in, and to just balance it. Know that you have your good days, know that you have your bad days, and just kind of be in the middle of that. Get it? Yes. Never fill your mind with negative thoughts, because thoughts become actions. If you think, seriously, if you think that this bad thing is gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you, because you're gonna cause your mind to overthink things, and it's just going to become actions, because your mind's gonna be like, oh crap, this is gonna happen, so then your body's just gonna keep acting for that. If you fill your mind with positive things, like you wake up first thing in the morning and you're like, damn girl, this is gonna be a good day. It's going to be a good day. I realize, and what I think honestly works, is cutting out negative people, negative thoughts, negative habits, all the negatives. If you've seen all my little talking videos, I always say cut out the negative people, cut out the negative habits, cut out the negative thoughts. And it helps. I swear, it's something that I live by. Step 4, focus on what matters. You focus on your career, your school, your friends, your family, yourself. All is well in the world. You only need to focus on things that matter. You only need to focus on things that have a future. Say you're going through a bad breakup. This guy, if you think about it, he is not gonna be around. You're not gonna think of him in like a year or two. You're gonna find somebody better. Like, good things are gonna happen to you, girl. You just gotta focus on what's actually happening right now. You gotta focus on school because education is #1 in my life, and it should be in yours, along with my friends and my family and myself. That's really all you need to focus on. You are young, you are beautiful, you have a whole life ahead of you to think of, boys. Right now, you are growing into the person that you are going to be for the rest of your life, so you might as well focus on the things that are going to be there for you at the end of the day. And lastly, step number 5, never give up. If shit doesn't go your way, girl, never give up, because better things are on their way. Like I said, if you don't get this one thing, screw that. Like, a better thing's gonna come. It's like people at the Oscars, if you watched it last night, people at the Oscars who won, or like anyone who wins anything in general, they're always like, oh, shout outs to this person because I got this instead. Like, you made me feel like crap, I win a Grammy, I win an Oscar. Honestly breaks my heart when I see that people have committed suicide, and it's like they don't really have a good support system, which is why I always want to make videos like this, because people need people. And this is why I'm saying this right now, because if you are going through a really tough time and you are watching this video right now, I just need you to know that things do get better in the end. I'm like a prime example of that, because I never thought that shit was gonna get better. I'm still here, it's 2015, and I've been feeling like this since like 2010. It's been 5 years, and things do come around, better things have come. I was a teenager, I thought a boy was gonna be forever, he broke my heart, I thought it was the end of the world. It was not the end of the world. People are being mean to you, you're getting bullied, it's okay, you graduate, you move on, you guys don't even know each other after that. All I'm trying to say is that nothing is ever permanent. Good days are 24 hours, so are bad days. You just need to tell yourself to be better, not bitter. Focus on yourself, your school, your family, your friends, and kind of just train your mind to think this way, to think positive. Do things for yourself, love yourself, know your worth. I know I was ranting quite a lot, but I just thought that I should make this because today's horoscope was just like, your outlook on things have changed, therefore you have no problem saying goodbye to somebody. Yes! So I just thought that I would make this video because I'm in such a good mood, and I just wanted to radiate all this positive energy to my camera, to you guys, to the world, and just be happy because it's 2015. Good things are gonna happen to you, girl. If you don't believe in that, start this video over, and I really hope that I helped at least one person with this video, because I just really want to be there for somebody. Like, I love being there for people. It feels so good to hear people be like, oh, your video helped me, or I love watching your videos, it makes me smile, or whatnot. If you guys ever need somebody to talk to, feel free to follow me on Twitter, and that's at Alysha's Life, and I will try my very best, not even try, I will answer to you, girl. I will help you. I will be there. I will be your friend. So thanks again for watching my videos, for always watching my videos, which are probably quite lengthy recently, but I just have so much to say. Thanks for watching my video again, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!